But it's really fat. Bats aren't fat.
That beginning's getting darker every time. We're gonna need the light on. Autumnal vibes are in the route, and the dog is barking and the lights are on, and another person is out. I'll have to get Amanda and Eddie coloured in. It's hard to see. There. Yeah, so where's Amanda? There and there. But in the meantime, I'll get this sorted out. So week 4, this is how it stands. It's obviously changed a tad. Actually, you get more light over here, so I'm gonna do it vertically. Yeah, so Adam is on 27.5 in ballroom, 22.5 in Latin, better at ballroom. Eddie was on 22 in ballroom and 21 in Latin, and 29 in speciality. Amanda will leave with 30 on both ballroom and Latin and 32 on speciality. Bobby 29.5 in ballroom, 32 in Latin, 29 in speciality. Christian 20 in ballroom, that'll have perked up. 25 in Latin and then 30 in speciality. Annabelle 26 in ballroom, 28.5 in Latin, and hadn't done a speciality until the Charleston. Nigel 27 in ballroom, 28.5 in Latin, and 33 in speciality. Angela Rippon 28.5 in ballroom and 29.5 in Latin. Leighton 32 in ballroom and 33 in Latin. Hadn't done speciality yet. He's done the salsa now. Angela S 25.5 in ballroom, considerably lower than the other two, with 29 in Latin and 35 in speciality. Ellie's 32 in ballroom and only 28.5 in Latin. I was expecting more, but the Paso will have taken that up into the 30s. Jodie will leave in 21 in ballroom, 16 just in Latin, and 19.5 in the speciality. And Sarah 25.5 in ballroom and 22 in Latin. So, you know, there's the board. It's getting slimmer, so now I can actually get it all into the shot. Do you need it? No, dear, no. You can't reread it, but you can see it a bit enough. Yeah. My scores. So Sarah was a 7, thought her Viennese waltz was great. Amanda a 9, a lovely foxtrot. Undermarked. Annabelle a 7. Good jive. Jodie a 4, thought he was hopeless at that salsa. Leighton a 10, I mean, that was the dance of the series. Angela an 8, I thought she did well with her Viennese waltz, even though the judges weren't so fussed. Eddie just a 6, good job, but his frame needs work. Angela R an 8, she did lovely back bend and good rumba basics. Ellie an 8, again undermarked, should have been on later, she would have got more than 7s. Adam was a 7, thought he was overmarked, he was out of hold a lot and he still has airplane arms. Christian an 8, thought his paso was great, lots of good basics. Bobby a 9, his tango was underappreciated, they stayed in hold all the way through, and it was a great performance. And Nigel an 8 for his salsa, again very good, but would have liked a bit more spice that has been missing since the paso. So that will be my scores currently. And this continues to be interesting. It's getting closer every time. Craig on 6-7, 682 for Motzi, 663 for Shirley, 696 for Anton, and my average being 6.98. So there's literally, again, only 2 between me and Anton. About 35 between, me and Shirley, just 11 or 16 between Motzi, and quite a high number of 80 between Craig. Yeah, 80. Who will leave? Jodie and Javita was my prediction. I was correct. I was also correct with Eddie and Karen, which was good. So we'll have to tick them off soon. Yes, top and bottom. So I predicted that Ellie would have been top. I couldn't have got that any more wrong. And Jodie at the bottom, which I was on the ball about. I said Leighton would be top, and I was correct. Christian at the bottom, and ended up being Eddie. I should have known better, but I still went with Christian. Right, best scores from the judges. Annabelle's still in 30, Zara went to 28, Jodie finishes in 21, Christian stayed on 30, Leighton's now up to 37, Angela Ritten up to 31, Ellie's now up to still on 33, Bobby's on 32, Amanda on 32, Nigel on 33 now. Angela is on 35 still. Adam on 32 now, big bump up. And Eddie still on 34 and will remain the same. But the worst, so Annabelle's still on 22, Zara's remained on 19, Jodie on 16. Kristen's been on 20 since week 2, I can't see that changing, staying with Leighton on 28. Angela's been on 26 since her quick step. Ellie dropped to 28 with her Sam, but quite late to get her lowest. Bobby's remains on 29, as is Amanda and will do. Nigel 25, as Jive's been the worst. Angie's remains on 23. Adam again with 19. Eddie's just dropped to 21. And that is the board of the worst. Yes, who'll win? So week 4 and 5, I haven't changed my mind that I think Bobby and Diane could win. However, going by the YouTube viewers, Angela and Kai are very popular. So I might change it because I think maybe she could win it. Even though she's not the strongest. There's Ellie, Leighton and Bobby are all, in my opinion, stronger, but she's definitely one of the best on the show, so she could be in with a chance, especially because, I mean, like, Kai's never won, and her age and all that will be taken into account, and because she was the host of the original, so it could be her. Yes, so Leighton and Bobby were 10 predicted. I was wrong with Bobby. I should have went with Ellie, and I actually went for last week, which again I failed miserably on. And the 40 begins to be predictable once again because there's never been a 40 earlier than Halloween week. Better than last year's. This one's going to be a bit predictable. Same with Gorka and Nancy. That Javita did better and a better average last year. Only scored 19 this year and getting 35.37 the year before. And again, Karen and Giovanni will have done, or no, Giovanni did better this year. So that'll be the only one so far that has been better. Concerned with the dancers' average, though surprisingly Jodie ended up being lower with me with 18.50 rather than 19 with the judges. They seem to like him. I would never have put him on the same level as Nikita, but I do think she was undermarked. She wasn't great, she was undermarked. So yeah, I would have changed that. Obviously, Les was accurate, but I would have changed that. And to end this off, the Cha-Chas just got a 37 bagged in there. Rumba, 31, they've been good. The Passos, 28. I've been in between. Samba, 28, quite a range. The Jives are now in 26 and 29. There's a waltz now in 32, that'll have brought that up. Viennese waltzes, there's been a lot of 28s currently. The tangos, we got the first one in the 30s, just about. The foxtrots, again, there's been a lot of 31s. Quick steps, we haven't had a big one since the 36. Something tells me that's out of date. American smooth, 20, it's been quite low, actually. Salsa with the 2 great ones and not one not so good at 19. Charleston, 35 and a 30. All good apart from Nikita's, and 34 for the only couple's choice. That's quite an interesting one. So it'll be interesting to see what the average is by the end. So that was quite a quick one because once again I am behind and I shouldn't be, but I am. So we'll leave with the autumnal feelings before Christmas lurks in and press stop.